What's going on, YouTube? It's Devin Coates. Thanks for tuning into the channel. I'm coming to you with a book review. It's Mark Manson's Models. I think the subtitle is Attracting Women Through Honesty. Really like this book. I've listened to it and I refer to it every once in a while. I think I listened to it for the first time over this summer 2015, and I really like this book a lot, actually. And if I was gonna have any method that I've taken a lot from, it would probably be his. It's just I've always agreed with these kind of concepts. I just never really heard anybody else filter it down. The beginning of the book, I'm not gonna focus as much on, but he really goes into his own journey, how he got into it, and how that all happened. And the great thing about it for me is that I have a very similar beginning of, a lot of this pickup advice. I read The Game very young. I read it in high school. And a lot of those philosophies, yeah, they work for certain people, and some of those things are great. But I really went through a period where basically I was trying to do what I read in the book, but it didn't really match up to who I was. And I've actually, for probably the last 3-ish years, 2 to 3 years, I've kind of had to redo some of the mental ways I viewed things, because that book worked really well for certain people, but there's certain things that I never had problems with, or I'm not exactly in the same boat as maybe Mystery and the way he came about it. But really what he focuses on in the book is there's 3 pillars, and pretty much everything's about honesty. So it's honest lifestyle, honest action, and honest communication. And basically he kind of talks about these as being the 3 pillars, which is really going to be what increases your attractiveness, and what honestly at the end of the day will increase your results, but are the 3 pillars that you need to kind of work on. So once again, those are honest lifestyle, honest action, honest communication. Now, honest lifestyle means that you are living a lifestyle that represents who you are and who you project to the world and who you want to be. Honest action means that when you want something or you desire something, you will act on it without filtering yourself in that way. And then honest communication means the way you feel when you're coming to explain yourself. You're going to be honest in your communication. You can communicate it clearly and effectively, and you're vulnerable in terms of your communication. And a lot of the things he talks about is vulnerability is a huge concept. So I'm probably going to tie that in there. I just kind of thought about that now, because I agree with that as well. And everybody kind of is probably is drawn to one side or the other, they're better at. I know for me, honest communication is definitely, that's my strong suit. My honest action is probably the lowest, and then my lifestyle is hit or miss. But I think the lifestyle, and he also mentions that's always going to be a work in progress, because you're never going to have, I don't think it would be super healthy to really have the life you want too early. You always want to be kind of moving forward, but you need to be moving towards that. So your lifestyle should be moving towards what you want. So that's the first one, honest lifestyle. And he kind of just talks about this as if you're living an honest lifestyle, because I know for me, I'm not a big club and bar guy. I'll go have fun, but if you're kind of uncomfortable in those environments and you're finding yourself in those environments all the time in order to meet people and to increase your dating, it's is that honest to your lifestyle? But if you are a morning person and you got a dog and you're going to all these dog parks taking care of your dog and you're meeting people there, that's honest. So there'll be no incongruence. And that's where how I interpret it, because I'm all about congruence. That's what I've always believed in. Your thoughts, words, and actions have to align. So that's honest lifestyle, and that one's always going to be kind of a work in progress. But if you're working a 40-hour job you hate, if you're doing things on a day-to-day basis, if you want to be really successful and you're smoking weed all day, then your lifestyle is not going to be honest, and that's going to come through in your interactions, in your confidence, and how you're perceived by others. So then honest action, this is probably where I suffer the most, and it's probably the biggest thing that I gained from the game and that whole idea of pickup and stuff, was that it gave me a way to kind of mask. And this is where that vulnerability comes into. I felt from probably the age of 18 to about 21, 22, my whole way of doing things, especially if I was trying to pick up somebody and it wasn't like we met through friends, and that's how most of my relationships go, and that kind of will tie into the honest communication. Um, like I was kind of acting like a caricature. Like it wasn't really me. I was like doing things that I thought would get a rise out of people, and that was my way, and it worked. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it worked sometimes, but it was like one of those things where I couldn't keep it up. So at the end of the day, they were eventually gonna find out who I was, and it's not like I ever had stark differences. It just like even in my own mind, it just never felt like it was adding up. Like I would be one person at nighttime when I went out, and I'd be another person when I woke up. So if I saw maybe that person in the daytime, I couldn't even act like similar person. I mean, and there's mixes to what I was doing. Like when you get blackout drunk, you're not going to be the same fucking person you are when you're sober. And that's from 18 to about 20. That was a large part of my game. Was getting so blacked out drunk that I could have honest action. I could act on my feelings. So like a big thing for me is that I get extreme like social anxiety. So if I don't know you, and it's really hard for people that know me well, I won't act on things I want. And that comes across as weird. Then you're the dude that's standing around fucking looking. You don't want to be that guy. I mean, I have ways to kind of keep myself from looking that bad, but you know what I mean. You don't want to be the fucking lurker. And if you see something, and if you're walking down the street and you see somebody that you're attracted to and you would like to meet, if you don't approach them, you're being dishonest to what you actually want, and you're not being vulnerable. And that's what he talks about, being vulnerable and being able to accept rejection or put yourself on the line where rejection can happen is like the most attractive thing you could do. Because most people won't do that because they don't have a high opinion of themselves. But if you're a high status person, then you're not going to care if you get rejected because it's take it or leave it. Like, this is what I want. I'm going to put myself on the line for it. If it doesn't happen, I'm still great, and I'm going to still keep it moving. So that's the honest action. And I think I have the most words on that because that is the part I struggle with the most in probably every portion of my life. Like, I've really, in the business way, I've kind of cultivated a way to get that grind going, but you can't grind it out when you're trying to meet people or network or even in your dating because it goes all the way. Like, I'm not even that great at networking for the same exact reason. And then we go to honest communication. And this is what I've always been good with because I've never had a real experience like, the whole friend zone thing. That's never happened to me because people in my life know where I'm coming from. I'm very honest about my intentions, my direction, my intent. So, I guess I've never had that trouble, and I've always been able to communicate in a way that especially with a girl, like if they've been around me for a while, very generally, like I have a very high confidence level, they're going to end up being attracted to me and liking me. Like the longer I spend with you, it's pretty much in my mind already a done deal. So like I've never really had too much with the communication portion. The action, 100%. I don't take all the opportunities. Generally, the thing that I come across is that girls I meet think I probably get a way higher amount of results or way higher quality results than I actually do. But it's because when I do get into that situation, I can communicate well. Now I'm very vulnerable. I can talk about my emotions. I don't feel embarrassed. I can talk about my shortcomings. I don't feel embarrassed. And I can get other people to open up about theirs. And I think that has always been like kind of my advantage because I've had a lot of responses that like, this isn't conversation I've had before, or you're somebody I've never experienced before. But where I do fail is that you put me in a big group of people I don't know, it's very hard for me to get out of my head and to start acting in that way. And then lifestyle, I feel like really combines kind of both because if you're taking the honest action in your life and you're communicating honestly about what you want, then your lifestyle should pretty much happen the same. But lifestyle can be everything. Like going to the gym, for example. I just bought a gym membership because that is something that I want to be in my lifestyle. Like I want to be a person in shape and fit. And if you're working and making money, then you should be in a job. You shouldn't be wasting all your time doing this or that. Like it should be honest. So that's really what this book was really focused on: is honest lifestyle, honest action, honest communication, and then all of these are tied into vulnerability because it's being honest about what you want, going after what you want, no matter what the results would be, and being cool with it either way. So really putting yourself in a position, like he talks a lot about rejection, and as that being one, a gift, because now you don't have to invest all this time into every girl that you find attractive. That would take fucking billions of years. And then if you put yourself on the line, so many people don't put themselves on the line and aren't all in with their life and have one foot in, one foot out. You're just going to separate yourself, and that's going to make you look very high status, because it makes you appear, and if it's really true and an honest feeling within yourself, it means that you're so outcome independent. Like, you're just trying to go to what feels good and what feels right for you and your own truth. And when you're just moving towards your own truth, regardless of the outcome, that really makes you kind of like a unicorn, and it really separates yourself in a positive way. And I feel like he doesn't really talk about it like this exactly, but like, you'll be more attracted to women, but you'll be more attracted to everybody, because people will want to be like that. People want to be a person that's not scared to go for what they want, and even if they are scared, they do it anyway. So that's really what this book is for me. I really just like it in general. Like, I know it's a dating book, but like, I feel like it has a lot broader applications and practicalities, and I really like the book. I haven't finished it, so I haven't finished it this time around. I did finish it the first time, but so I'm still listening. I still got like 3 more hours, but I just needed to get a book review up. So that's Mark Manson's Models. From my opinion, I really like the book. It's probably definitely top 3 of dating books I ever read, if not number 1. So really like it. It's honest lifestyle, honest action, honest communication, and being vulnerable in these situations. Well, not in these situations, in your life, being vulnerable, being able to just put the shield down and let people really see you, and really see your truth. So those are the 3. Hope it helped. I mean, I would definitely recommend the book for pretty much anybody. And yeah, so that's Mark Manson's Models, and this is Devin Coates. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Leave that comment, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and until next time, deuces.